Okay, when I saw this like video from inside Star Citizen, I genuinely got that original feeling from Star Citizen when I first played it, which was like, wow, I really want to like take some time and explore that area. It was showcasing the new underground facilities in Pyro. The start of the video, as you can see, is on one of the Pyro planets. I think it's Pyro 3? Not 100% sure on that. But it looks incredible. It's all in development, so bear that in mind. But my reaction was so, whoa. You know, I just wanted to share that with you. So here we go. We're going to go through it. I've cut out all the talking segments, and we're just looking at Star Citizen 4.0 gameplay, technically. It's in development, but hopefully this year. Let me know in the comment section if you think it's coming this year. I'd be interested to know what you think. Right, here we go. So we're on Pyro. It looks absolutely phenomenal. There's no audio, I'm afraid, just because of the talking in the background. But just look at it. I love the blue sky. I love the fact that we're in a Pisces. And this is the, I should say, this is what they're showcasing in this video. So it's an underground facility, and you'll see it a little bit later, but the depth that this goes to is kind of insane. It just looks so cool. We've got a couple of hangar entrance points here. So good. Makes me so excited. And also, we'll touch on this later, but look, there's another one just here. I don't know if you can see that. It's quite small, but they absolutely dwarf what we've got right now, which is like just an underground facility, which is basically a door. This is like such an elaborate structure. Looks insane. Obviously, and I should say, it's obvious to me, but it might not be obvious to you. This is obviously in development. So this is, I think it's Grey Box. So they've basically made, I don't know, like a light structural design, I suppose. And then the detail goes on top of it, you know. So it's structurally, it works, right? But it's a good way of seeing what they've built. But this is like a few little landing pads here, which looks absolutely insane. Oh, and this is what I was just like this moment right here when he sat in the cockpit. You can really get a sense of the scale of the building and the just the surroundings, like Pyro 3. It's probably Pyro 4, and I'll find it super annoying that I've said Pyro 3 throughout the video, but never mind. But like there's a oh, look at that. There's a time when you play Star Citizen, and it is moments like this where you discover it and it's just jaw-dropping. And as you play, that diminishes as you play because you just get used to it, right? But just this moment here brought all that back for me, and it was so cool. Look at that. Look at this. So we've got like another one in the background. We've got a massive mountain there. You see that mountain? You can go there. It's so good. And also, I'm a little bit of a sucker for this like gorgeous blue sky. You guys know I love to put them in my thumbnails. It looks good. I really want to explore Pyro. For those of you who don't know, Pyro. So at the moment we have Stanton, which is like some planets. Like I think Area 18, Hurston, Crusader, Microtech, Grimhex, and then we have the moon. So it's like maybe 10 areas to go and explore, right? This is a completely different system called Pyro, which is much bigger in terms of space. You know, the distance between the planets is supposedly much larger, I believe. Also, it's a lawless system, which is going to be interesting. I don't know how that works with like this area, but this is like a corporate structure. So I guess there'll be rules at this facility. Like if you don't have clearance, you won't be allowed in. If you start, you know, throwing weapons up and whatever, they're going to have a problem with that. But look at this structure. You've got this amazing panoramic roof, which looks absolutely just amazing. I know Morphologist is going to absolutely have a field day making videos about these structures. He's an architect, if you don't know, and a pretty prolific Star Citizen content creator. But yeah, I have no opinion on the structural design language of this building. It looks freaking sweet. That's all I can say. But man, it looks so cool. So yeah, you can see, like I was saying, you can see the design basic structure, but it's just got no detail yet. Oh man, look at this. Look at this for Windows. Love it. It kind of reminds me, it's kind of got a Hurston design language. I don't know if that's what it's meant to, but it reminds me of Hurston. Oh yeah, look, that's what I was talking about. Look at this. That's another one. And when you look at later on when we go into the mines or into the hole, it's just it blows your mind the scale of this game. I don't know how they're going to fit it all on one download. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. It's quite impressive. So yeah, it just shows you a bit of a basic tour of the interior of this first reception level. Apparently you'd be able to pick up missions. I suppose you'd be able to meet other players here. Oh, it's freaking cool. Going into the mines a little bit. Sorry if it jumps a little bit. That's just because they cut away from the gameplay. There's no gameplay. I'm showing you everything I can. But this is our first look at an interior sort of a thing. Really cool. I absolutely love this kind of overview glass control center here. That's super cool. We've got, you know, rails, basic rails at the moment. I'm just so excited to see this finished. Because right now, right now it's impressive. I just really got a sense of wonder. And considering it's not finished, that's so impressive. I don't know if you guys were the same, but I was freaking excited. So here's a little area where you can buy stuff, drop off delivery packages and stuff. It's just a freaking cool place, isn't it? So the doors are working. So yeah, you can see, for example, I imagine at some point this will be like a metal platform. So it'll look kind of like in the underground facilities we've got now, like a iron plated flooring and then rails. But obviously at the moment you've just got these, maybe this is the only thing you need and everything else is like a different set dressing, like it doesn't have collision or anything. I don't know how that works, but I imagine that's why that's there. Or it's just there to show we're gonna have a rail there at some point. Just looks cool. So we got some like cargo. You can see we are 204. I don't know if you can see that actually. It's pretty small. 244 meters from our ship. So you remember when we landed on that ship? We're 240 meters from there, which is crazy. Got another look at the control center, which looks amazing. And this probably is the second most impressive thing of this entire video. So we've got this kind of, I don't know, lift, but it's kind of not horizontal, it's more diagonal. And one is just a cool thing, but also, I'm so bad at describing things. I should never, I should not be doing this for a job. It's just so, like, the depth you go down, I don't know, it has a really, really cool feeling of like, whoa, we're really going underground, you know? And then we've got the, like, the lights. I think that's a really cool effect. There is also a cargo lift they were talking about. I don't know if this is gonna, it's probably not the case, but at the moment, there's like nothing connecting it to here. I imagine they just haven't done that yet, or it's using thrusters or something. I have no idea. Or magnets. Magnets are cool. Use freaking magnets. But yeah, just look at that. To me, that was awesome. Just like like we're going so deep in the planet, you know. I thought that was cool anyway. It's quite interesting. We've got, you know, I'm not a game developer. I've never studied game development, or I have, but not for long. It's quite interesting. There's a basic setup of lighting so far. So they've kind of done the structure. They've done a bit of the lighting, and you can really get a sense of, you know, the atmosphere you're going to get down here, because lighting plays a huge part in building an atmosphere, and I think so far they've done a really good job. And when this all doesn't look grey or whatever, it's going to be really something. I think it's quite funny as well. You've got these repeated textures. Obviously that will look a little different when it comes out, I presume. And this is where they start to talk about, like, missions a little bit. So, at the moment, we're going through an area where you would need clearance or you wouldn't be allowed a weapon. Obviously, they can change and make, do things. But if you want, there's like a little hatch, which is really cool. So there might be a different method to get into the facility with a weapon or without clearance, which is kind of cool. No, I missed a bit. No. But yeah, this is another little area which kind of blew my mind. Obviously, at the moment, it looks kind of weird. Just looks like, it doesn't look like how it's supposed to. But it's a really, if you just use your imagination a little bit, you can really start to sense like, man, this place is going to be freaking sweet. And I can't wait to explore it. Loads of NPCs walking around. I just don't know how this place is so large. Like, it just seems like a lot, so unnecessary. But I guess Star Citizen is literally the definition of like, we don't need to be able to fly to each planet and land and everything to have its own system. But we're doing it. And that's what makes Star Citizen cool. It like goes beyond. It's like zero rules game development. And I love that. Ambition to the max. Cool little tunnels there. Mining opportunities, maybe. I can't remember what they said. That's interesting. Little hatch. Didn't notice that before. But you see what I mean? There's just like room after room after room, potential after potential. And as far as I understand it, there's like all these templates and then you can layer on top different flavors for different corporations or different mission types. So you could have one of these that is completely overtaken by a Ninetales or a gang, right? Or you could have one that's owned by a corporation or one that's owned by a corporation that's completely different, has a completely different design language. I think that's what they're saying they'll do. And if that's true, that's very cool. Because I'd love to see one from Microtech in comparison to one like Hurston. Very different design languages. I wish we could see how far... You see this little marker here? This is for our ship. I really wish we could look at how far away we are from our ship. That would be cool. Here we are, another little mission area. It just fills me with such excitement as well. Because obviously the underground facilities came out quite a while ago and it was such a big thing when it came out, as I understand it. But this is like that times 10. And I'm just super excited to explore it. And, considering it's going to be in Pyro, which might be this year, maybe early next year. We'll be walking around. I'll be making videos in these spaces. And this area is freaking sweet. Look at this lighting. Looks great. Oh, yeah. This was like another mission area. Apparently, something about this red guy. You'll be able to access this area if you're careful or something. I don't really want to listen too much to that stuff because I want to discover it in-game. But it's good to know there's options. Big SCU containers. 32 to be precise. Giant cranes. Obviously we're going to have all the, tractor beams done. So whether or not you'll have access to these machines, that would be kind of cool. I don't think that would be the case, but that would be kind of cool if you could just steal one of these seats up here and start moving cargo around. I don't think that's what will happen, but hey, maybe there's a mission or a variation where you could start doing that. That would be kind of cool. Like maybe you need one at the bottom where you need to like heist out a container. There you go, CIG. There's an idea from Ollie 43. I don't know if it's a good idea, but it's there. But there we go. That is Star Citizen Pyro. Hang on, let's just go back to the beginning. Like this early bit of footage here just kind of blows my mind. Like this view of Pyro, it just really brought back that emotion of like, what? This Star Citizen is incredible, I can't wait to get my hands on this. I can't wait to see more of it. And so far, I have to say, thoroughly impressed. Cannot wait to check it out. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss when we finally get our hands on this part of the game. And yeah, should be good. Anyway, see you next time. Bye-bye. So good. Although it might change on the new patch. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss whether or not this works or not. Right, here we go. Oh, it's so good. Here we go. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Kaboom! See you, nerds.